All right. Welcome to the Rage Pod.
Yeah, this is the podcast where we rage against the serene
and everything in between. I'm with Tara Erickson.
And that's Ebar. Hey, E. That's what it says. I wrote down, hey, E. I don't ever call you E.
You don't, but she might start doing it today.
It's true. It's true. And we got our producer, friendy Wendy. She's going to go back and forth between me and E.
Yep. And
E.
She sometimes says that she doesn't want to be called Friendy Wendy, but then other times is okay with it. So we are a little unclear on that, which means we're going to
absolutely calling her Friendy Wendy.
Double down on Friendy Wendy.
Let's get into it. Tell them what this is about.
Okay.
Because people are probably like, are you guys just mad all the time? And that's not really fully what it is, but
literally in our script, it says we're mad.
In our notes.
So Tara just denied the whole ethos of this podcast. This podcast is because we are mad.
Yeah.
And we want to talk about it. And we think that you're mad too. And we want to hear about it.
Yeah, it's true. Because like rage comes out in so many different ways.
So many.
And we're going to get into all of it. So let's just talk about the stuff that's coming up that we're going to get into. Exactly. Let's get the juice on. So, I mean, rage, it covers so many things, right? You could talk about like sports rage, hormonal rage, which I have right now.
All three of us have it bad.
Tech rage, right? I mean, what else? Like
relationship rage.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. That's obviously a big one. Workplace rage, friendship rage.
Medical gaslighting rage is a big one. That's a big one.
That's right.
Mom rage. That's maybe.
I have it. It's in there. Yeah, I got some mom rage, some road rage, some parking lot rage.
Yeah, I definitely have like parking lot rage. When I'm waiting in line rage, I got like, when you go to the car wash, got rage about that.
Yeah, I want to ask about that.
Yeah.
When I saw this last night on the list, what is car wash rage?
Friendy Wendy has been sitting on that for 24 hours. She's been dying to know.
Let me lie it down for you. When you go to the car wash, right, and I'm in a Hyundai Elantra and you got a BMW in front of you and they're getting the full juice.
Shout out for sponsorship.
They're getting the full juice, all the soap. And I always do the one sign up where it's like shine the tires. Do the armor on the tires.
Yep, we all do it.
And I tell you, anytime there's a big fancy car in front of me, they're getting all the juice. I get half of it. I'm like waiting for a little bit of leftover of the BMW soap because I don't pay the full price. I'm waiting to get to the end. Every time I get to the end, they're out of the tire shine.
Wait, I have so many questions.
They're out of it.
So you're saying that the BMW gets more soap?
Yes, because they pay the high price. They're paying like $40 for a wash. I'm paying $12. I'm just trying to get some of that leftover juice. They're going in and I hope it flies onto my car. I'm not paying $40 for that.
But that translates to more soap? You think that's the delineation in the options?
Absolutely.
I thought it was like more services, not more soap.
Nope, more soap. It's more stuff.
Oh, we're getting told we got to move on. We've got to move on. Okay, so why are we here?
Yeah, what led us here?
Why are we here? Well, Tara and I have known each other for some time. I think we met roughly in 2019.
Yeah.
We were doing some high stakes comedy at a local club. Like very early on, we bonded over being able to both be total idiots with each other.
Yeah.
But also I recognize this incredible work ethic in you that I felt like I wasn't finding in a lot of the scene. I'll just say that.
We just call it the scene, but we all know what we're talking about if you know us.
I don't totally. But anyways, so it was like we could be these hardworking idiots together.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, like during the pandemic, it was funny. We became fast friends because even during the pandemic, I would show up at Erica's house and we would film sketches 6 feet apart.
Is that what we're calling them?
We're calling them putting it into the ether video, 6 feet apart. Good old times. Good old times.
This bitch would show up head to toe covered, like goggles.
Yeah.
She might as well have been wearing a scuba
Trash
suit.
bag.
And I would call her Chernobyl since we were in the middle
Totally.
of
I
the
would spray
pandemic.
Lysol in my car and just try to get a little on my tongue, just thinking,
That's
hey,
right.
maybe that works.
Yeah, her tongue is permanently sterilized.
Absolutely.
We had done some stuff in the past, but we're like, let's do a podcast.
Yeah.
And what should we talk about? And we just started kind of complaining as we do, venting, shared discourse.
Yeah. Not that that's all we do, but we get into it. You get into it with close friends.
And then you're laughing about it.
Yeah.
It's like the fun intermingling.
It's a good old time.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was just telling you guys, I was like, listen, just what I don't like, just don't ever walk into a room and say you're happy.
And we died, Friendy Wendy and I died because we knew exactly what you meant.
Yeah.
Like, we're not saying we don't want people to be happy.
No, just don't
just
walk
put a
in
lid
and
on
like,
it.
hi, you know
Put
what?
a lid
I'm
on
so
it.
happy.
And also, I'm just going to throw this out there. If you're that happy, you might not need to be talking about it all the time.
I agree. So maybe,
Hot take.
maybe it's a filter.
Maybe it's a filter.
You know what? That gives me thinking we're going to have a cunt of the week, but that
I'm so
stands
excited.
for courageous, unapologetic.
Notorious.
That's right.
Let's say it together. 10 of a woman.
10 of a woman. You think you're hearing us wrong. You're not. 10 of a woman. We're going to share it with you later. It's going to be a nice pick me up.
It really is. And I'm super excited because 2 out of the 3 of us know who this person is.
I know who the one person who doesn't. It's me. That leads us right into, before we get into all this juice, all right, we got a serious question. Now listen, do you want products that calm your skin and your rage? But like for real, do you want it?
Of course.
Yeah.
And there is only one answer to this question.
There is.
That's yes. And we have the products for you.
That's right. It's so cool.
Neon Hippie is a vegan skincare line. It blends natural ingredients with science.
Science, gotta
Imagine
love
that.
it. NASA.
That's right.
They're not working with them, but I love
hopefully
NASA
while
too.
NASA's still around.
Yeah.
And this skincare has all kinds of mushrooms in it. It's got reishi, shiitake, chaga, cordyceps, 3 I can't pronounce.
Yeah.
And hopefully,
Skip it.
I'm pretty sure they don't have portobellos, which I just personally don't like.
Right.
It's
I like them.
They're just a little.
They've got all that.
They're chewy. They're too chewy for me.
They're a little chewy.
And
You
it's-
got to chop them up. But like, are you telling me there's 7 mushrooms in this thing?
7. That's how they get your
That's
skin
how
to glow.
many I take I take 15 every morning.
No, you take 57
I really do.
pills
They've
every
seen me.
morning.
They've
You
seen
take
me.
57 pills. But that 7 is what gets your skin to glow.
Okay,
and
I
guess
love it.
what? Guess what?
Oh my God, we have a promo code.
We have a promo code.
Yeah.
For 25% off, you can use the code. There it is. Use the code RAGE at neonhippie.com.
So let's get into the main juice,
let's
right?
do it.
I mean, they're
Let's
probably
do
like,
it.
what are we doing here? So tell them, Ebar.
Okay. Well, we are here to talk about female rage. We just lost 25 listeners. No, we're here to talk about female rage. We are women and we're mad, as we mentioned earlier. We think you might be mad.
But you're probably thinking like, what is it? Why are we talking about it? So like, here's the thing. As women, we're not really supposed to have it. Like, we're not supposed to have rage. You're just supposed to sort of just like be calm, sit there, be nice. That's normal. Like if you freak out, it's weird.
There's an expectation that men are going to rage. And while it might like irritate people, it's just like, oh, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
I mean, look,
They just look strong when they do it.
they look strong. Again, it's just like, oh, that's what guys do.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's actually what humans do.
Yeah.
I mean, women have been, we were not even in the Constitution for like 130 years. So there was just
blatantly ignored.
full lifetimes of women going around where like, if you ask them a question, they could be like, well, I can't really answer that because I don't exist. I don't know how to tell you that because I'm not really here.
Oh, it's so bad.
So like that alone, we should have just like 1,000 years of rage.
I agree.
We just
Some
weren't
built up.
we just weren't there.
We weren't there. I mean, yeah, I think just in general in life, I think just women are probably just we're just better at suppressing it, right?
Yeah.
Better. And the way that I'll tell you, the way that I deal with it is I get in the car, pedal to the freaking metal, windows down.
So are you raging then every single minute of the day that you're on a commute?
That I'm in, yes. But you know what? You know what makes it difficult?
She's a fast driver.
I can really only get the rage out when it's like a Sunday or a Saturday when the roads are a little bit open. In traffic, you can't rage. I'm talking about what gets it going for me is hitting 75 in a 35-mile-hour zone, right? Like, it's dangerous. I'm probably in the suburbs. Got to get it out. I don't do that. I'd prefer to do it on the freeway. But yeah, hitting 100 on the freeway, windows down, that's like freedom.
Do you think that it's part that you are going against the law, like that you are committing, or is it just the feeling of like the wind in your hair? And
I think it's it might be just both, but there's a power when you're behind the wheel. I'm in full control, meaning I can push this car to 140 miles an hour if I want to. Yeah. I'm the only one in it. And if I die, it's my fault.
Well, isn't that so much about what is it's so much about control.
About control.
It's losing control, right?
Yeah.
And it's often like a mask for so many things, like whether it's a mask for sadness, prolonged sadness, or disappointment.
Yeah.
And women have been disappointed quite a bit. And we've been sad about a lot of things, especially, and then lately, right? Like, we weren't in the Constitution for a long time. Then we fought real hard to get some pretty basic rights.
Yeah.
And we thought that everything was like in a chronological order. Like, oh, we're just going to keep going.
Yeah.
No.
Going to keep it up.
No, we're going to do a flashback. We're going to do a retake. No more. No more rights for you.
They didn't check the tape. But what happens to you, when you get angry? Like, how do you? So many things.
Yeah. So many things. It's interesting because I have slammed doors. I've screamed, I'll scream. And I feel like I do things that are maybe more traditionally attributed to men.
Okay. Slamming doors, screaming.
I know that that's probably not the right way to do it.
Yeah.
We are working on getting this fantastic author and fellow podcast host, Jennifer Cox, on this show.
Yeah.
And her book, Women Are Angry, is really great. And a lot of what she talks about is how even from from when girls are born, the expectation for them to be calm and suppress and avoid any bombastic kind of expression.
Yeah.
But another thing that she brings up is actually when babies are born, boy and female babies their brains look exactly the same. For the most part.
So like brain, it's like nature versus nurture.
Yeah.
Right?
So why do all of a sudden we just expect out of the gates they're going to be more emotionally aware. They're going to carry the emotional labor. They're going to be calm. They're going to know how to read the room, have more awareness. Like,
totally.
Cool. That's great that we have these strengths. But like maybe like baby boys, like you have that ability too.
Right.
Yeah. It's okay for you to have that.
Which is like 1 in a million. You'll meet a guy who's like, it can be on your level emotionally, I guess, and not like lose it or punch a wall every now and then.
It's that idea like, oh, I don't have to think about that because the other gender will.
Right. Yeah.
But it's funny too. I see in my girls, I have identical twin girls. They're just over 2. They get pissed. They throw So don't tell me that girls don't have rage.
Right.
They get pissed.
Yeah.
Scream and they'll hit and they'll claw. They are feral. To be clear, they're feral.
They are.
That's a fact. They're feral.
Yeah.
But like, how is that possible? I haven't been telling them from like day one out of the womb, like rage.
Right. No, and I think what's interesting when we bring in like the guests that we're going to have is like they're going to tell us what happens in your body when you get angry. Because that's what we really want to know. Right? Like all that stuff spikes. But I honestly think that a lot of the rage comes from like, obviously when you're a kid, like they're in those primal years. I was a kid when I first experienced. It's a weird memory that I have, like rage, where I couldn't protect someone that I wanted to, but I was a baby. So now that I grow up, it's if someone is messing with someone physically, and I know that I can like step in and help them, that's where it can get problematic for me because I can go from 0 to 60. That's where my rage kicks in. Can I go, now I'm not a baby on the floor. I'm a full-blown adult with arms and legs, and I'll kill you, but I won't. But that's how I feel. Right.
So is your rage more than like sort of violence into that? That's what I'm hearing.
So it had to do with childhood in regards to my mom and my dad. And my mom was she had lupus and MS. She walked with a cane. So she was very physically. She was a badass. She was one of the first civil engineers in Nevada. But she was a petite little woman who had MS and lupus. So, and she was in not a good relationship with my dad, and we had to run away when I was young, right? But when I was probably 4 or 5 or even younger, this is some weird memory. And I remember nothing. That I remember like I'm on the ground yelling like stop or no or something, right? As a kid to be like, stop, leave her alone or whatever. And of course I do remember them stop looking at me, sort of surprised because I yelled and I was a child. Remember nothing after that. But I think that's all of our rage comes from somewhere. And I think it comes from when we're young, during those formidable years, what makes you angry. And now if I see someone who is, seems weaker or is not in a position really to fully help themselves or defend themselves, my body will react, whether it's a good choice or not, to intervene. I just can't help it. And that comes from childhood. It's like all linked.
Well, because too, when you were a kid, that was sort of at that base level, you saw, maybe not in the same idea of injustice as we know as we get older.
Right.
But something was going wrong, like from your worldview.
Yeah.
Something was going wrong. Something was happening to either one or both people in that situation. And you just physically responded.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times with rage, it is whether it's a physical need that's not being met or emotional, or in some cases, it's like, oh, this is not a safe environment for me and the people in it. And I'm reacting to that. So
totally.
Because, rage definitely has a lot of negative connotations, but it is this valuable survival tool because it's an indicator that something is wrong.
Yeah.
It's an indicator that somebody might not be safe. It's an indicator that something feels off for you that is enough for your body and your mind to react to say, hey, I've got to communicate something.
Right. It's like if it's telling your body that something or someone has crossed a threshold and you're not good with it. So how do we fix it?
So it's really interesting that that's how it's manifested for you in a lot of ways as you've gotten older, that you have that. Because do you have other core memories from that age?
I'm telling you, no.
That's the one?
That is like one. Besides when mi abuelita got me little chickies when I was young because I wanted them. And I was real. It's just mi abuelita walking in the yard, chickies, cool, core memory. The other one is me yelling for my dad to stop.
Oh my God. Wow.
I mean,
such polar opposites.
Yeah.
Such polar opposites.
That's me.
Pure like rage, which was also fear, right? Like the most fear and then pure joy.
Yes, exactly.
So that makes sense.
I mean, what's your pure fear and pure joy? Do you have those?
Oh God. Well, now I'm a mom. So it's real.
So you've got it all wrapped up.
Honestly, if we're getting real here, I now worry, and this totally speaks to a lot of what Jennifer Cox talks about in her book, but I now get afraid that if something were to happen to me, that like I don't want my girls to grow up without a mom.
Right.
That's as opposed to just being afraid of something happening to me. But then it's also too, I think about it as like, oh, I would miss out on all of these things. And then I think I can't even process the idea of something happening to them. So it just like gets shut down in my brain.
Yeah, you can't deal with it.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, that's many a times where I do that, where you're like, I just can't. Meaning like when someone brings up how an animal or something was hurt or maybe in danger.
Oh yeah.
Shut it down. Get out of the room. Go talk about it somewhere else because I will travel and I will find that person and I will want to hurt them.
Like, you will run them over with your car in a suburban neighborhood with a 35-mile-an-hour speed limit going 75.
That's the short film. You mess with the dog, I'm coming for you in my Hyundai Elantra, 135 miles an hour.
And track housing suburbia.
Track housing suburbia. I show up at your door. You're gone now.
That's right.
And the dog and all the chickadees and the cats, they all survive. They live with me. I'll take care of them.
So I did some research online, and what I learned was when we feel upset or angry, the prefrontal cortex in the brain's control center helps us think clearly when managing negative emotions. Some studies show men have less activity in the prefrontal cortex during these times, possibly relying more on automatic responses than deliberate thinking.
Punch in a wall.
Punch in a wall.
Yeah. But then that's why I was saying, like, slamming a door.
Yeah, you're more.
What if I'm just a man?
He might be.
No offense. I mean, a man.
I mean, here's the thing. It's funny to say that their brains are not lighting up to go, hey, use your smarts to figure this out without violence.
And this is what happens in female brains. When women manage their emotions, their prefrontal cortex shows more activity, suggesting they use more thoughtful strategies. Women often feel emotions more intensely than men, which may help the increased brain activity.
There you go.
It's lit up. Our brains lit up.
We've got it.
We're lit up like Vegas.
Exactly.
They're basically got one tiny little light bulb that breaks.
That's on and off. Honestly, it's like that Christmas bulb that you're like, I gotta find a new one. It's terrible.
Do I want to replace
the whole string? You don't want to.
Yeah.
You're like, do I got?
So then you just stay with that one shitty bulb.
You do. You let it go. In the perfection of looking at it, that one. But really, it gets to you. That one bulb that's out.
Yeah. And that's what a man's
brain is like. Yeah, I'm glad we figured that out. I mean, that gives us some sort of relief to know when a guy is raging, that we're like, you haven't got it figured out up here yet. And I don't think you ever will. So
do you have any funny adult rage stories?
When you're standing in a line, okay, now listen up. We're in a line. It's not like there's a square here, right? There's a lot of people. When there's a lot of people in line and you're waiting.
She lives in Los Angeles.
You're like,
there's a lot of people.
There's a long line. And someone behind you, for some reason, feels as though they get closer to you, it's going to speed up the process. Literally, I feel you breathing on my neck. What?
Which sometimes I get cold, so that would be okay with me.
Erica? No, we do not know this person. Okay, absolutely not. They
Those
have
bad so cold.
Get out of here! You moving up on me is not going to make the line go faster.
No, it's not.
And then even when I give them like a shoulder, you know how you give them a shoulder back?
They're just not reading the room.
It's bugging me, and I'm not the person. Even though I sound like it now, to turn around and go, hey, can you give me some space and not be like, I feel your breath?
But why don't you think you're the person to do that?
It's too awkward. I just go read the freaking room. Body language, right? Like I'm giving you a shoulder. This is weird. Why are you so close to me? And I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, they don't get it and they stay there. And I'm just like miserable until I get to checkout. And then when I do, I'm like,
Do you think that's some built-in suppression though, that you don't say something?
Yes. Yeah. There's other people who would go say exactly what I just said.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't want to do it. It's awkward. I don't want to do it. I just hope that they read the room.
Well, I think what's happening too is like in your worldview, right? Like this is all subconscious, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Like that should be a normal thing for people to do, right? Like give people enough space and understand that it's not going to change the outcome.
Right.
What you're doing. It's only going to be invading someone else's space.
Thank you.
And so it's like a violation of that worldview. And you're like, this is not the way the world should be.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong
and
with
I'm
you?
I'm not even being unreasonable. Me like 6 feet. I'm literally just like 6 inches.
It wasn't 2020 what she's talking about.
It wasn't.
It wasn't in her Chernobyl days.
Literally yesterday.
Where I live, it's basically like a 50-50 chance you're going to get T-boned every time you leave my driveway. And what really irritates me is like if I'm going right on my street, I'm going to try and give a visual that people can can grasp. If you're going right on my street, we're like half a block from a light. And so as the cars are coming in, they can see the light where I'm pulling out. So if they can see that it's either red or it's turning red and they don't let me in, I go bananas with rage.
Yeah.
You're not getting any further. And you're just preventing me from getting out of my driveway.
Yeah. Have you ever thought pedal to the metal just right in front of them real quick?
Oh, I do.
Good.
But it irritates me
I know.
that they're not thinking like that.
I agree. It's the same. I live on a very busy street. To turn into the driveway to make a U-turn to park near where I live, people will they'll block. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, the light is freaking, you can see it. It's red.
It's red.
What in the actual F?
It's cherry red. It's
bright red.
Bright red.
Haven't changed the color, I don't think, since they started.
I have a story that feels like it's really related to female rage.
Oh, okay.
Puerto Rico, spring break during grad school. I'm working my ass off. I get a UTI out of the gate, like day 2. I can't just call my, OB-GYN and be like, hey, can you just call it in?
Right.
Or even my GP.
Right.
Basically what happens is I do get to see someone. And what that means in Puerto Rico, I meet a guy in like what would be a Rite Aid. He asks me 2 questions that may or may not be actually related to my symptoms. Gives me a script for some antibiotics. I start taking them. So I'm on my spring break. Like, this is the only time out of the year that I have to do anything but study.
It's your time to rage.
It's my time to rage.
Yeah.
So we go out and I'm like, oh, I'm good. I've got my antibiotics. I hit the table, like one of the, the blackjack tables. It's feeling hot. Table's feeling hot. I'm like, I should probably pee. I still technically have a UTI, but let's just keep it going. Hot hand, hot hand. I am wearing corduroy white pants.
Oh.
I get up from the table. I'm like, I've got to pee. It's a casino. The bathroom is literally in another zip code. So point is, I make it all the way. Like, I walk like a mile,
you did make it
to the bathroom.
All right.
All the way to the stall. And I pee my pants. Like, I ran 26 out of 26.2 of a marathon.
So you waited until you got to the stall to then pee in your pants. The toilet was right there.
It just went my bladder because I've got a UTI.
Just came out.
Came out. Anyway, my boyfriend was very sweet. He had been looking for me because I was gambling solo.
Yeah.
He was looking for me everywhere. He finally finds me and he's like, oh my God, I've been looking for you everywhere. Are you okay? And I just turn around and I like show him my pee-soaked pants.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do I look like I'm okay? And it was just one of those like I just feel like female moments. Yes, guys get UTIs, but not with anything close to the frequency that women do.
Right.
So so that's
the time you did not suppress it. You let it out.
I let it out.
This is good. You felt good after. What happened? He was surprised. He broke up with you in the moment. He was nice.
No, he didn't. Good. I want to know, what do you do to handle your rage? Like, what are the things that can help you?
Get in the car, right? Music. I like singing. It like just 2 songs real loud in the car is the best feeling ever.
That's great.
It's so good.
That's such a good way.
Because then you just like get it out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think mostly that. And what else? I mean, I make jokes that I scream cry into a pillow, but that doesn't happen as often as really just
you'd want it to.
Going ham on it on songs in the car.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's a physical expression, an artistic expression. That's a great way to handle it.
I love it. What about you?
We've solved Tara's rage. Cars and singing.
Yeah.
And singing in cars.
Singing in cars.
Definitely physical things like working out.
Yes.
Playing sports, doing stand up.
That's really why helps. You do tennis.
That's why I do tennis. I mean, we don't grunt all the time.
Give me a break. You do. We went to a tennis thing together, all 3 of us.
We sure did. Tennis day.
Tennis day. And we were in the stadium. Never been to a tennis game ever in my life.
These 2, Friendy Wendy and Tara, did not know who Nadal was. They didn't know who anyone.
Nobody.
I mean, he's a major tennis athlete, like millions of titles.
Yeah, I mean, she's all tennised up. We didn't know anything.
Who Federer was.
Didn't know. We're in there, and all they're doing, you can't, is and then,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
that's the other one.
Tennis.
You've reached the Rage Hotline. Please leave us a message.
Beep. We have a Rage Hotline. We want to hear from you.
Give us all the juice. Tell us what made you mad today, yesterday, all the days. We want to know.
Where do I begin and where do I stop?
How women are supposed to dress. I can't stand it.
I got really upset, more upset than if this had happened to me by 100 times.
I'm angry for you.
Turn the volume up so loud in my car and draped myself over.
I don't want to fucking hear you take a drink of anything.
When there is a glob of toothpaste in the sink.
Well, it's a relief.
It's just why is that my problem?
You can just rage.
I'm so excited. This is where we get into Cunt of the Week.
Just as a recap.
As we got to remind them.
Courageous.
Yep.
Unapologetic.
Notorious.
10 of a woman.
Maybe Erica's in when we were trying to think, what's our Cunt of the Week?
I have no idea.
We were 10 of a woman. And then I was like, we're leaving it in. 10 of a woman.
Put it in the doc.
Best thing that's ever happened to us. Apparently you guys know who the Cunt of the Week is and I don't. So lay it on me.
Friendy Wendy.
Yeah.
So excited to reveal this to Tara. We got to tell everyone. So Tara is one of those people who does not expose herself to the news.
She's protecting her peace.
I am.
That's right.
My inner fucking peace.
And we're not hating on it. We respect it. She's doing what she needs to do to keep herself.
I am ignorant for a reason.
Yeah, she's keeping herself from driving 75 in a 35.
True.
By not listening to the news all day, air day.
That's true.
So this person, I think some of you will be surprised that she doesn't know who this person is. This person is AOC.
Okay, so a musician that Wendy found.
Or a restaurant in Beverly Hills. AOC is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Okay.
She is in Congress. She reps the Bronx.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I can't wait to tell you more about her. I'm going to give you just the quick
She's
and
a
dirty.
badass.
She's a badass.
I already know it.
At 28.
She's only 28.
No, well, now she's older.
Okay.
By a few years.
All right.
But at 28, she unseated, is that the word? She beat out the incumbent Democrat. So this guy was running against nobody else.
Love it.
Was supposed to take over for Nancy Pelosi as a speaker. That was what his future projections were. He had $3 million in fundraising.
Okay.
She had 30,000.
She just went around.
She was a bartender. And she just talked to her community.
Wow.
And she was just real authentic and real about what was going on. And so became the youngest person elected to the House, to Congress. What was it? To the House? All of it?
One of them. Okay.
28 is a fetus getting into the U.S. government.
She was just wandering around talking to the neighborhoods, got everyone
just being a human
on
being.
board. And they were like, hell yeah, let's go with her. And she goes by AOC.
AOC.
Do people call her AOC?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
And one of the things that's been so cool about what she does is she's not just pointing out a lot of the atrocities and rights revoking that's happening, but she's also talking to her audience and her constituents and anyone that will listen about what they can do. As opposed to just being in paralysis.
Yeah, as opposed to just bitching about what's going wrong with the other party. Right. Let's what can we do about it?
So she is not delicate in the best ways. Recently, I love this so much. Recently, people were idiots were saying oh, is she pregnant? Is she pregnant? Because coming back from the holidays, they thought because maybe she had gained 1.2 pounds.
Oh, God.
A Republican colleague, literally was you're pregnant, right? So she went on a TikTok, on a video, on a social video. And it was just so awesome. She's yeah, so a lot of people have been asking if I was pregnant. No, I just had a really good Thanksgiving. That is how you drop
That's how you handle it.
Mic and you become a cunt of the week.
Yeah, I agree.
So she's just badass.
She's queen.
Yeah.
Queen material.
She really doesn't. I mean, I think the whole I don't give a fuck is a misnomer because everyone gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Everyone gives a fuck. But
there's an art to not giving a fuck, but yeah.
There's an art to not giving a fuck about the right fucks not to give about. And
totally.
She does it. She walks that walk.
Hell
so
yeah.
That's our cunt of the week.
An amazing story. I guarantee you in 5 years, HBO will have a film about her.
Oh, there is a film about her.
Already?
Yeah.
About her being a bartender and then getting it. Oh God, I'm really out of the game here,
already.
huh?
There might even be more than one film.
Really?
But this is so exciting to see someone who doesn't know who AOC is. Like if you watch some, like there's no way you'd be able to avoid having some sort of exposure to her. But this is great.
Oh yeah, no exposure. I don't go on TikTok. I barely go on Instagram. I really don't go on Twitter except sometimes. I'm mainly just working.
I love it.
I don't look at anything.
Listen. Oh, and then one other quick thing. She knits her own sweaters.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Can I buy one? Can I buy one?
Maybe. We'll find out.
Oh,
we'll find out.
All right. We should close up. Wendy's yelling at us. We got to move on.
Wendy's sleeping in the booth because she's bored with us.
She's like, I mean, if
she's air traffic control over there.
If you could see when she is, if you guys could see when she is stressed out, when she wants us to move on, sometimes it's a little right
gesture.
Now it is.
Yeah. It's the propellers on a helicopter.
It definitely is.
Yep.
It sure is. Well, we'll do it. We'll do it.
So I think if you take anything from today's episode, what do you think people should take away, Tara?
I guess I would say be more forgiving of yourself when you get angry or mad. As long as you're not causing harm to anyone else or yourself, find a way that you can deal with it, right? Like, I don't know, scream, cry into a pillow, punch a pillow, drive fast in your car where it's safe to do
75 and a 35.
I'm not convincing you guys to go do bad things. Yeah, I mean, I think there's ways that we can get out of it. Sing in your car, sing in the shower.
Yeah, and I think women out there, it's okay that you rage. It's not even just okay. It is very natural. It's very human.
Yeah.
We're just so programmed to feel so much shame about it in ways that men traditionally are not given that response.
Yeah. And
I think have an outburst.
Yeah. I mean, and I think the way that we can like channel it instead of like suppressing it, you learn to find ways to, move on from it and deal with it. And like, it could be used for a bunch of things. Like it could be healing in the moment or like self-empowerment when we're talking about rage, like the after effect. So I think there's good things that come out of it as long as we find good ways to either be with people who get it or deal with it on our own.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a survival tool. And, the more you run from it, the more you'll probably suffer from it.
Yeah.
So once you recognize that it's there and it's okay and how to process it in ways that are healthy for you, which will also be healthy for the people that you love and care about.
Totally.
It's great.
Yeah.
Okay. But also before we go, we want you to know, again, we want to hear from you.
Yeah. What's your relationship with rage?
How do you rage? Call us and let us know. We'll talk about it. We'll feature it in a future episode.
What bugs the crap out of you? We want to know all the things, but we're also just be aware we're also going to be coming in with joyful stuff too, because we're not just going to be sitting around. That's why we want to highlight Cunt of the Week and stuff like that. But we would like to know what bugs you, but maybe it's just me. I also want to know what brings you joy because then maybe I can do it. When I wake up in the morning, I have a little hope, which I would like. One freaking day.
Bring this woman some hope.
For the love of God.
Well, definitely don't start watching the news then.
Don't worry, I won't.
Before we close this out, we're going to toss on over to Friendy Wendy.
Yeah.
Who's going to lead us through a
closeout sesh.
Fucking peace.
Yeah.
Breathe in.
Okay.
Breathe out. Scream into your pillow. Are you pissed off? Do you have something you want to rage about? Call us on the hotline and tell us all about it at 213-293-5995. You can leave us a voicemail, send us a text, or shoot us an email at theragepod@gmail.com.